Hello. So we're gonna be looking at the S1mple demo review, and obviously he's been back after a long time now. Standing in for Falcons. Actually, he's not standing in, but he's there for a loan. And they just played first online games against 3D Max, and we're gonna be taking a look at that because it's been long awaited. It's not a LAN. I think first LAN is in a couple of days in Katowice, but online game is a good game nonetheless. So let's see how he does. So we will see how it goes. Obviously the meta changed 30 times while he was away, and now he's, you know, on a team that is not necessarily that strong on this map. This is 3D Max pick. That's why Falcons are starting on T side as well. Clearly one of the most T-sided maps, if not the most T-sided maps in the map pool right now. We have very methodical approach again, starting with the default and then going into A split with P250 from S1mple. It's kind of crazy that he skipped the angle, the deep one. That usually when you do this peek, you kind of want to post up on. I'll try to post it exactly on the angle that is like right there, and you just crouch and hold for any CT to peek. But he kind of like went across and he's not holding anything for the teammates. So yeah, we'll mostly focus on micro and also decision making of S1mple, because decision making is a fun one in this one, because obviously he's one of the GOATs when it comes to CSGO, if not the GOAT, obviously. But you can't really like forget, you know, forget the gameplay, the rotations and stuff like that. It's obviously different in CS2, but when it comes to knowledge and reading the game, I think S1mple is still able to compete in tier 1. On Anubis, we're going to be seeing a lot of default-ish rounds at the beginning, especially. CDs sometimes love to set a pace of the map with aggressions from the get-go, and spreading your default across is just going to minimize the risk of having any gaps. Now we're kind of like running through, walking through the smoke. S1mple has again no chance. It's like Snappy and Magis actually beat the smoke, but none of them could actually get a kill on exercise, and so S1mple was just kind of trying to trade with the smoke. Pretty good re-aggression, by the way, here from 3D Max. You can see that as soon as the smoke was kind of fading, was it even fading? No, it wasn't even fading. They just brute forced it through with the Enshi. 3-man retake and then immediately rotate away. And the retake of A-main back from S1mple. Alright, he lost the C4 here, and this is kind of, I would say a big deal, but at the same time I understand why he decided to go for that refrag. And it was unfortunate that he actually refragged the guy that peeked into him, and Exercise therefore had a pretty clean duel. Okay, Falcons seem to be really pushing the issue, especially here towards the A side. Now, this is what I want to note, is that S1mple actually threw away his AWP in terms of, he understands that he needs to take more space whenever, if they're faking A or if they're gonna come A. Now, S1mple's teammate Magis here died, but because he had Mac 10 here, he was very flexible and just could refrag and go back, pick up the AWP, and maintain the advantage. Okay, so with AWP this would be extremely tough to do. If he misses the shot, he's pretty much dead as well. Tag on Makka as well while pushing. He did not confirm the kill there, but the information was just enough, honestly. Alright, so he's been finally getting this entry here. He's been doing this third time per this T-half, and he finally manages to grab it. This is such a CSGO pick, isn't it? Like in CSGO you would be killing this guy. It's just way too fast, man. It's just, everyone is like Sonic the Hedgehog. Zooming by. Okay, Madden actually goes in. This is important. Getting this kill from Madden. Look what it does to players on A. Exercise dies in camera. This guy's just immediately going to sprint out. Snap is actually already holding flank. They know A is clear. Simple with the first multi-kill. Oh. Alright. Simple. Sasha. This is another thing, like, I'm telling you, in CSGO, he's hitting these. It's just a matter of time since he's gonna grow into CSGO mode. I just want to mention that this was done live on my stream, and I'm gonna be leaving the link for that stream down in the description below. You can watch the whole VOD for free. You don't need to be a subscriber or anything like that. This is just a highlight edited version of the rounds that were maybe the most important, maybe the most interesting, maybe you get the most value out of them. But for the full context, please check out the rest of the stream and you will learn much more. Alright, so T half was kind of, I feel like definitely Simple was, I want to say chained, but definitely there was certain game plan coming to this game, and this game plan didn't really allow Simple to even shine or move or do individually great plays. What is happening? Was this easiest skill of Dupree's lives? Where is Dupree? Which number? I need to see this from his POV. Okay, number 4. Lehigh is fucking awesome. Lehigh is such a fun guy. Alright, so we have a little aggression here. Running into the cloak, you know, always difficult in this game. Exercise actually waits him out. I think that was necessary to push and kill. I think if Simple is winning that fight, suddenly the chances of Falcons rise tremendously. You can see even how he moves around this mid area where he just... he knows that he's not in danger, that's nothing specific, but it feels like he's focused on something else, unlike the round or the call or the setup nades or something like that. It feels like... Okay, good counter, util. They're definitely not beating that. Snappy is actually playing really well with util here, and I like this as well. He completely baits for Simple. Gravity somehow wins this still. What is happening? Well, he clears him. Simple definitely had a chance to do this. There's a lot of ifs, okay? So if they won that round, that 2v1 previously, they're probably going to be in a good position where... Okay. Simple gets the trade frag back, but that was very risky. I would say 3DMX is definitely outmaneuvering Falcons. This might be actually the most important round of the game. 2v3 retake. And Maka is his insane position for afterplant. Like, cities should never expect this. Simple is clearing backplant, but Exercise is just stuck in. And this is something that you probably will see happen in different teams play out differently, okay? It would be mostly that Simple with 48 HP as an Opera, he would probably go first and search for the first duel, and then M4 plays the trade frag. But here, kind of like Madden decides to go, and if he loses the duels, look how Simple is unable to just trade him. He's gonna do it with Tried, with the USP. But I understand that Simple was trying to hold the site, but it's just, there are teams where this would have been played actually the other way around. This is gonna be extremely hard retake. They have to attempt it, it's the last round and it's now 2v4 as well. Okay. Wait, what was that? Well, didn't go well for the first map, obviously, but there's been a lot of things where I feel like Simple, I don't want to say he's lost on the map because that's obviously not true. He's playing it a lot, obviously, in Face It and stuff like that. They clearly practice the map, but it feels like his game sense is not as utilized as on other maps that he feels more comfortable on, which I think we're gonna be seeing in a map number 2. But the rotations are very much the same. He's gonna be playing exactly the same role as well here. So it's Nuke time. Okay, so they found an empty side. Obviously that gush on ramp early on helped, understanding that, well, this might have been an A stack or outside stack. And first bullet, and it's a first kill. At least for Nuke. That was a pretty insane shot. Did he shoot through his teammate? Okay, like tell me this is not a wallbang through a teammate. Okay, it's a sick shot. But tell me that something is not wrong with the freaking models in CS2 right now. Like, how is this a clean kill? The guy literally is behind the Magic's leg. Wait. It's like the game doesn't even register that Magic is there. And imagine it would work the other way. Like, let's say that Maka is actually hitting s1mple, and he would be killing him for 100 HP. But in fact, it should have gone, the bullet should have gone through Magic's leg first. Therefore, s1mple would survive. This is weird. And this is not about the demo as well. I think this was shown on stream. There's not a lot of impact again on this T side coming from s1mple so far. It's like he forces himself to be part of these late round situations by not taking any risks virtually. And now it actually paid off, where he was waiting for so long that it made Maka uncomfortable and he decided to push. Oh. Okay, that was a little bit lucky spray, I would say. He really committed to that. In the end, couldn't really make the bomb go down. And you see again, s1mple is going to be the one that avoids all these kind of dangerous positions against certain like ops and M4s. He's like second or third guy going in, making sure that he's alive as much as possible. But that puts him in like a lot of unwinnable situations. At least he's managing to get some kills out of it. Okay, are we gonna sprint it now? I think he spotted Maka there. And they spot Lucky as well, so they know outside setup is on the cards here. This was pretty good from s1mple. He basically, I don't understand why Maka stood in that specific position after he got spotted. Maybe he thought that he did not get spotted and he did not react to this at all. Oh, he was ready for it. A little bit. But yeah, okay, we have finally an opening frag. I think that was more capitalizing on the mistake of Maka and then s1mple being resourceful to again ask for that boost. Funny thing is, it's again 2v4 before he gets kind of into the midst of the action. Even though outside setup is happening, s1mple is the one surviving the longest. Alright, so he's on for the ace though here, and this is very winnable. Djoko is 1 HP. He knows exactly his position. He knows that Lucky was in secret, so he can kind of piece info together to understand the rotation a little bit better. Okay, so we have a coast rotation. Djoko is calling bluff. I think that smoke. Well, in the end, Lucky has another smoke, so I was about to say that Djoko kind of fumbled that smoke just because he could use it simply for defuse. Okay, I'm gonna say this one more time. I feel like this comes up every now and then on my stream, okay? Whenever we are doing a demo review like this. Whenever you have a smoke as a CT and you're retaking, and you know that s1mple is, for example, in a single door, I feel like it's always better to just smoke C4. Because right now, you're giving Simple opportunity to just spam the planter. I mean, sorry, the diffuser. And you're not really able to spam him back. It's like essentially a 50-50 duel, right? One guy has to defuse and one guy is just smoke battling. But the guy that is going to kill the diffuser is always going to have an advantage because he knows roughly where he can be. So I feel like this is... I mean, Joko actually kind of played it smart with the kit and he tried to come from the other side to not make it that obvious. But I feel like if you smoke C4 and you try to defuse it and Lucky plays maybe in front of the smoke, or maybe when he spams Joko, then he peeks up the kit and defuses. I think that's... It's a little bit different here, at least. But Simple made it work. I honestly think Lucky would have had it if it wasn't for... Now, imagine... Look how much it takes for Lucky to get on the defuse. He has to, like, step forward. If he didn't need to do that, I think he's actually low-key having it. Little hiccup with the nades there. Okay. And again, Magisk pays the price. This is so... Like, I can feel for Magisk here. Look, he's like... He's gonna make it across into the radio, by the way. He would be there just in time. But Simple dropped the smoke that is supposed to fall into the pre, so he can throw a smoke wall. Magisk picks it up by mistake. Okay, because, well, not by mistake, but he's like right in front of Simple. So he picks it up. And he's like, oh, shoot, I need to drop it. And then he's gonna run into the radio. And then he dies, and then the round is over. And they're like... What am I supposed to do? Okay, Simple is back. Wait. He makes actually 2 kills. I have to recover from that mentally, what Magisk had to encounter. That was a pretty sick shot on Joko. Immediately, as well, collapsing on this ace. Snappy made a really good move in main. Let's see how it... Oh, it's because Madden dies and he kind of gives... his own timing to Snappy to maintain the advantage. So again, that was like a smart bait-ish approach by Snappy and Madden there. Obviously, if Madden wouldn't die, then he would still keep playing until he dies, just to buy timing for Snappy to collapse on this A side. Okay, that works. And again, he's like tracing a little bit back, you know? He's like behind, with the crosshair, with the shots, a little bit behind the opponent. Okay, 9-3 half, not that great. But now, the masterclass is enabled. Because as I said, Simple on Nuke City side was one of the guys, one of the opers that kind of made it all work every time. No matter the result, no matter the meta, he was always so impactful on City side. And it was not purely because of his insane shooting, I would say. Posture check, thank you. But it was also because of the rotations and how he was... Oopsies, my bad. How he was reading the game. And I like that. I like that because this is what he can utilize in this kind of game as well. I want to see him move a lot and float a lot and give calls. Because let's be honest, so far what we've watched on these 2 demos is that Simple is struggling when it comes to actually mechanical part of the game. Okay, so when it comes to like shooting. But here, this is perfect time to redeem himself. Oh yes. This is the perfect duel that you can feel even from CSGO. Like, this was the most OP angle on B side you could take on pistol rounds. And it's just so easy to just swing left and right, and this is what I want Simple to do, especially from Anubis POV that we see before, where it was just way too static in his duels, and then he's just, you know, swinging left, swinging right, he misses the shot, swings left, he hits the shot, swings back right. Again, it's so hard for terrorists to even punish him. Okay, so we have little... Isn't it a little bit shaky? It's again like shaking his crosshair a lot. But it's simple, you know. When he shoots with an AWP, the whole webcam shakes usually. We have established A control. Now Simple made, I wanted to say that he made a wrong rotation because Maka actually tried to go outdoor and it baited Simple to go up here, but the correct call is to go ramp and he's gonna be in time here. Match is getting first frag. This is beautiful. Again, Simple was on time there, and if Magisk didn't get those 2 kills, I think Simple would get all 3 probably. You can see the movement. This is what we did not see on Anubis that well. He was always kind of few steps behind when it comes to rotations and reading the game, but on Nuke it's just so much more easier to understand where T's are and what the goal of their round is. Especially when it's 5v5. Every piece of utility will give you some kind of information. Oh, that's an unfortunate miss. Okay, he recovers. You can collapse on this guy on A as well. Just chase him down because you're 2 here. Outside player is known, and Simple immediately takes a position to deal with that. You can see that he wastes no time and he goes into position where Gravity is just legit not able to kill him. Like even when Simple misses this shot, Gravity cannot kill him. And Simple is moving, I like it. Re-smoking door, that's a little miscommunication with the molly at the same time. I also like this, how you might be thinking here, why is he exposing himself so much? But I want to mention one thing, and that is that Maden actually kills Maka, which is their OPer. And therefore, it's going to be extremely hard for AK to challenge. It's not hard to challenge Simple now, but it's going to be hard to kill him. Because he has to hit an extremely long range headshot. And therefore, Simple is buying himself time. And the same setup outside that we've seen with Snappy going behind T-Red. This time he cannot take the deep peek obviously with MP9, so he just plays it safe and immediately falls back after he sees no one is rushing outside. Okay, this is... Alright, only Simple can get away with this, but I think this is way too big of a risk. And the fact that Gravity actually dies here is very, very impressive shot from Simple. Okay, and unwinnable 1v4 for Maden. And that's it. But the CT side from Simple and the T side generally, I don't know. A lot of T side kills were happening in unwinnable situations. I think he was last alive 80% of the T round. And then for CT side, last map, Nuke, was when he really started playing like we expect him to play probably. But the glimpses are there that he's capable of playing like that. So with experience, I can only hope that he's going to improve. Obviously not a good debut. He still was a top performer of Falcons, which is crazy to say. Individually on Nuke, probably also the best player on Falcons. But on Anubis, that was a different story. And he clearly wasn't really comfortable reading the game or oping. Now we'll see you during the week. I will definitely stream some more. But thank you. Love you. Bye-bye. Huge shout out to my Ko-fi members for your continual support so I can make videos like this for you. And you should be seeing their names on the screen right now. And if you want to appear here too, please do check my Ko-fi page where you can gain tons of cool and exclusive perks at various tiers of membership. And when I say cool and exclusive, I truly mean it. Go check it out. It's worth it. I promise. Thank you for making my content better and possible.